Hi, this is Amanda Elo'esh, and I'm here with this week's Heads Up and giving you your weekly dose of inspiration for thriving outside the box. And I've been doing a lot on grief and loss, and had been wanting to move on into something else, and there's been a lot going on in the nation that's brought up a lot of upset and a sense of injustice in the world, and was already feeling offering what I'm about to share with you today. And then I got some requests to go into a little bit of what we can do when we have regrets about the past. Because the last inspiration that I sent out was about living a life without regrets, and the question was, well, what if we've already had an experience we weren't present with and are holding regrets? What do we do then? And that's such a great question. The shortest answer is, to really dive into it and take it apart intimately, and there's no way I can cover it in a way that's going to be super thorough in alleviating regret for something we've done in the past. But I'm going to give you today one of the most potent tools that I use in my own work with myself and in work with my clients, and that's the practice of Ho'o Pono Pono. And it's so great, the timing of it, because I feel like it's something that we can all use to alleviate outrage within ourselves in circumstances we feel like are out of our control, and that includes regret over things that have happened in the past that we can't change. So it's all perfect timing, and I appreciate your requests and your feedback, and I love hearing what you want. So I hope this is helpful. So Ho'o Pono Pono is a Huna Hawaii'an practice, a Huna Hawaiian practice that, and I've not actually done any studies on it or taken any workshops or read any books. It's a practice that's been shared with me by others, and I've done a little bit of research about it, and then I've cultivated it for myself. So what I'm going to share with you is my lensing of this practice. It's very basic and very easy on the outset, and it can be integrated into deeper practices, and it can fill up your life. And the response that I've gotten from some of the people I've shared this with is that it's created miraculous results, and I hear that time and time again, that this very simple practice, easy on the outside, it can be challenging if you go really deep with it and are committed to it, but it has really potent results. So without further ado, here are the steps. So, and I'm sharing with you how I integrate it on a very basic level into my practice, and it can get more complex, and there can be ways it gets woven into other things I do, but I'm just going to share with you my basic practice of the Ho'o Pono Pono practice. So I like to sit at my altar or out in nature, a place that feels sacred, a place that feels like it's going to really hold me in a healing practice. And I ask for my ancestors to be present. I ask for all of my guides and allies who are here to support my healing and healing for my ancestors and healing for all my relations to be present, and to be there as sacred witnesses and to help deepen the work on the levels, the etheric, the spiritual levels and the dimensions that I don't have control over, to take that work and to offer it up for all beings in all places and all times. And I ask for a sacred container to be held for the potent work that I'm about to do, through calling in the directions, asking all guides and allies, all elements to be present. And then I consciously ask for, on a spiritual level, on a spirit and higher consciousness level, for all sentient beings, all people, all elements that have been affected or impacted by this experience. So again, now I'm talking specifically about an event, a circumstance in our lives that's out of our out of our control, something that's happened in the past, or a circumstance where we feel like we don't have any power to make change. And this is a super empowering, the ultimate empowering tool, I believe, one of them. So we ask for all people who are involved, even people we don't know, and all elements, any ways in which the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the animals, the plants, any elements at all that may have been impacted in any way by these circumstances, that their consciousness, that their spirits be present to be a part of this healing. And when I feel like that's complete, then I do the 4 basic steps of the Ho'o Pono Pono. And the first step is to ask for forgiveness. Now, the basic concept of Ho'o Pono Pono is to accept full 100% responsibility for the circumstances. And this in itself can require a deep shift of consciousness. It's not taking it on as a martyr. It's not taking it on as a burden, as a cloak, as something heavy that makes us small and shrivel up and worn out and tired. It's like I'm stepping into this and I'm going to recognize that I have a role. I am playing the leading role in my life, and I am the creator or creatrix of my life. And to really do that, to do healing, I have to take full responsibility for everything. And that includes all the stuff that's not working. And that means taking full responsibility for stuff that my ego mind or anybody else in my world might say, well, it's not, you didn't do that. It's not your fault. To still take full responsibility for every way in which a circumstance did not fully reflect the light and love. So it's taking full accountability, full responsibility. And so the first step is to apologize to all beings who are harmed, for every single element you can imagine, for all the stuff you could have done better, for any ways in which you weren't able to make that situation the best possible it could, to apologize for all of the circumstances that led to anybody else acting in a way that wasn't fully in alignment with love, and to apologize on every different level in every single way you can imagine, to offer up an offering of, saying I'm sorry. The second step, once you're complete with that one, and that one in and of itself can, again, be mind altering. It can be consciousness shifting. It's potent. It can bring a lot of compassion. It can bring a lot of new awareness and new ways of seeing a circumstance. But that's not even necessary. Simply asking for forgiveness from that place of full accountability and responsibility is enough. The second step is to ask for forgiveness. And for me, when I'm asking for forgiveness, I'm also saying at the heart level, please liberate me and all my relations and you from this experience. Because when we hold on to wounding, when we hold on to negativity, when we hold on to blame or being harmed or harming somebody else, it doesn't matter what side of the coin you're on, you're still bound to that wounding, to that negativity. And so asking for forgiveness is an asking for a liberation for all beings who are involved, all possible perpetrators and all possible victims, and freeing those labels up so that there is no perpetrator and there is no victim. And so I'm asking for forgiveness and holding in my heart that it's a liberation from the whole circumstance altogether. The third step is to say, I love you. And for me, when I'm in a circumstance where I'm really contracted and feeling angry, outraged, unjustly treated, whether it's super personal or just something in the world in general, saying I love you to the sources, saying please forgive me is easier, saying, I'm sorry is easier than saying I love you for some reason. But it's a potent one, so I say I love you. And I say it on whatever level I can resonate with it, even if it's I recognize that there's love available. I love you. The fourth and final step is to say thank you for this opportunity to heal, and it's giving thanks as if that healing is already complete, and just as if all of our guides and allies, all those who are involved, who have been present, and it's it's a done deal. It's already taken care of, and we're saying thank you for that. Thank you for this opportunity to heal up this circumstance. And I do it every day, and sometimes I do it throughout the day. If there's something that's really heavy on my heart and troubling me, I use the Ho'o Pono Pono practice until I see it shifting. And I've had, again, miraculous results and had really potent stories from people I know personally, and heard very miraculous results from people who have said that they've used the Ho'o Pono Pono, and credit at least partially the Ho'o Pono Pono practice with bringing those results in. So I hope that that's been helpful for you. If you want further information, I'm sure you can Google it. Ho'o Pono Pono, it's out there. Please reach out to me if you're familiar with Ho'o Pono Pono and you have a story you'd like to share. I'd like to hear about it. And if you'd like to share with me what it is in your life that you're going to use this Ho'o Pono Pono practice in, I'd love to hear that, because I've heard some really inspiring circumstances under which people have used it, and it's helped me expand my awareness around how I can use this tool in bigger and better ways. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you can drop into those 4 steps again. Basic rundown. It's I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. So until next week, this has been your heads up on how to thrive outside the box. And I'm Amanda Elo'esh, and if you like what you've heard, please feel free to check out my website. It's Amanda Elo'esh, Elo'esh.com. And if you really like it and you want to make sure to get my weekly inspirations and not miss a week and sit back and have it delivered automatically to your inbox, then sign up, and I'll look forward to connecting. You'll get special offers and information and insights that I don't give anywhere else. So until next week, be well, and may you remember the divine within you.